I was sexually abused when I was about 8 to 10 years old. I definitely forgave my father for what happened, but it certainly had an impact on who I became.
My stepmom raised us from the time that I was 2 until I would say about 18 when I started college. My dad was in the military, and so we moved around a lot in the beginning, and that was difficult because, well, once we settled in Tucson, he was still moving around, so he wasn't home very much at all. And so things got a little difficult from there with just issues with, well, I guess abuse. I was set to get married. I think it was I was 20 or 21, something like that, but and thought I had found the right person, and things just kind of blew up from there. I found out that she was seeing someone else still at the time, and but we had it was a relationship that was well, definitely not built on trust, but I had 2 kids, Alicia and Felicia. I had to pay child support because she had filed, and I remember thinking at that time, you know, I'm not gonna do it. I was mad, and unfortunately, that was one of the dumbest things that I've done. But and I didn't pay for a while, and it began to snowball from there because, well, you don't get out from under that. Anyway, and it became a huge, huge debt. I think it made me want to not do anything at all because I didn't feel like I could do anything right. It was just not enough.
We started to pay child support at that time, and which was a strain, but we knew it was necessary. But at that time, it had been 5 years since the girls were born. One was 4 and one was 5, and there was nothing paid up to that point, so it was already a large number. I just felt overwhelmed, and just that our situation really was just hopeless. Between his stuff and my stuff, we started a family, and definitely didn't make the right choices to begin with. We made things very difficult on ourselves. Got into a lot of debt early on, and had no idea how to communicate with each other. Really no idea how to raise a healthy family. And so for the first 5 years of our marriage, 5 to 7 years of our marriage, we were just surviving, and I really don't know how we did, but we did.
it is hard to believe sometimes when we walk away from Christ. You know, the things that we try to struggle with all by ourselves. And so I know with me, there have been times in my life where, you know, I tried to do the Lone Ranger. But as I get older, I'm realizing more and more that God just doesn't work like that. And you have to allow Him to drive. And you have to sit back and be patient. I've had, you know, some good men that have, you know, come around me, and it has been, you know, not perfect because I've stumbled quite a bit, but God always seems to have mercy and grace. You know, we went to several different counselors, you know, before Randy, and I remember feeling in all those that I was the enemy, that I was the one that had the problems, and there was no, and Shannon had none. And the first time we came and we talked to you, I remember just the sigh of relief of just kind of hearing both sides, or at least, you know, allowing me to be the victim, if I could say. I think that's definitely one thing that I've really appreciated about you.
Maybe not the victim, but seeing that we both had some blame.
Yeah. I think too that throughout the years, I had stepped down as being, you know, the leader in the family, and because of my my stuff that I was dealing with, Shannon had to step up and take that role of, you know, finances, leadership, because I just wasn't. I was not doing it. And, you know, the last couple of years just trying to get that back, you know, trying to grow in that area.
I think our eyes are much more open now to the areas we need to grow in, and the kind of parents that we want to become, and the goals that we have for our family. Whereas there, you know, several years ago we were just so overwhelmed with our own stuff, there was no way we could see that far. And there's been a lot of relief, stress relief, and financially, just through the years, that number for child support has grown smaller. Little by little, what seemed insurmountable and impossible is doable now. Probably within the next year, we're thinking that will be taken care of. And along with that, Joe's working on reestablishing his relationship with his girls, which will be good. But that relief financially has been huge, and we're doing the financial class here, which has been a real eye-opener, and again just shows us goals we need to set and areas we need to work on, but it feels doable. It does not feel impossible any longer, which is a good feeling.
Right. I just want to say that it has been a blessing to work with Community Renewal and Randy. Again, we had seen counselors before, and I just saw no hope. And when we came here, I was thinking negatively, and Randy just showed me another side of how to be a man.
in so many different ways. Randy has been part of our lives for so long and helped us through so many different things that felt impossible for us, but he never allowed us to see that he felt it was impossible. I don't know if he did. He probably looks at us and thinks, wow, I can't believe they're still together. But through the years, there's so many times that we just have not been able, most of the time, to afford counseling financially, and there was never a time that we were told we could not come and get the help that we needed. And just the classes and the cat in the class and the caring people, I don't know that we would be here, and I definitely know we would not be at the point that we're at without being a part of community renewal.
Right.
And I am so grateful. I want to do whatever I can to give back to this organization.